Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It is great to see all of you on this beautiful day. Our student Rabbi Ryan is greeting our Zoom community in his office, and it's good to be here with you in the sanctuary. Let's begin in the sanctuary with real people by introducing ourselves to the people around us and saying hello. And while you do, the many children here tonight below the age of 13, Rabbi Sapphire has tzedakah. So if you'd come forward, she has coins for you.
Are you switching them, or you can mostly just go by ear? You have one, right?
Beautiful.
From Zoom?
I saw him in the
Yes,
atrium.
great. So we can all be together.
Beautiful. So this year, our kindergartners through fifth graders in Baderech, our weekly learning programs, they've been wrestling with some of the foundational narratives of the Jewish people. We began with the creation of the universe, the chaos before God said, "Let there be light," and we traveled with our ancestors all the way to Sinai's foot, where we received the Torah and became the children of Israel, Bnei Yisrael. Meanwhile, our 6th and 7th grade learners have been grappling with ancient wisdom to solve modern problems through the study of midot, Jewish soul traits, and how our sages might advise us to act right now in the hallway, on the soccer field, and maybe even when nobody is watching. Guided by their teachers and supported by their community, our students have put in the hard work to take their next steps on the paths to shalom, wholeness, and peace through the act of sacred learning. You might notice on the wall over here the stunningly beautiful illustrated Torah mounted on the benches in the back. This was brought to life by none other than our very own Abby Oceans, who has a deep connection here and happens to be the daughter of Allison Kerr, my dear mentor and friend. We wanted to share this piece of art/educational tool because we have been using this Torah in our learning programs each and every week. It's made the characters tangible, it's made the discussions real, and we've been learning intergenerationally every Sunday and every Tuesday. So, throughout this evening, this is a celebration of learning after all, I invite you Take a look at this beautiful piece of art. Take a look at this beautiful educational tool. Look at it up close, look at it far away, and I invite you to take the journey of Jewish learning with us. Let's take this Shabbat to celebrate our collective commitment to that journey. And the journey would go nowhere without partners. So I invite our Noar committee, our K-7 youth committee, who has been supporting our learning programs and our full-time staff. I invite you up to light the Shabbat candles and bring in some of that light you've brought us this whole year. So Noar committee, I invite you up to the bima.
So if you'll come forward, and as a community, we're about to welcome Shabbat. I guess Rabbi Sapphire, while they come forward, I could say, it's been a busy week. It's time to shake it off. What do you think? Let's welcome Shabbat, page 120. We join together. For all your help. Shabbat Shalom. And as they take their seats, let's join together in the words of Yedid Nefesh with our tefillah bands. Page 128.
Really.
Hey!
I'd like to invite Rabbi Illinois to join me in harmony and in spirit and in soul for Yedid Nefesh.
Yedid Nefesh Rachaman.
Yedid Nefesh Rachaman. Mishor Chavdecha. Eretz Zonecha. Mishor Chavdecha. Yalai, lai, 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 lai. Eretz Zonecha. Yarut Avdecha. Kemo haya. Yishtachave, yai, lai, lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. El mul atarecha. Yarut Avdecha. Yarut Avdecha. Kemo haya. Yishtachave, yai, lai, lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. El mul atarecha.
And continuing on page 142, we want to welcome Shabbat into our hearts, and so we join together. Can we move to 138?
You can do whatever you'd like, Rabbi.
Let's move to 138. I'm feeling welcoming Shabbat through
This one. This
one. So we are welcoming Shabbat into our hearts as we move towards that sense of community and rest and joy.
Shamor v'zachor b'diborecha. Hishmi'anu el hamiucha.
us greet Shabbat. Having filled the sanctuary with sound, we welcome Shabbat. Shalom, Ateret Bala, Gam Mesimcha, Uvetzohala, Toch Emunei, Am Segula,
Page 146, we remain standing as we join together with our call to prayer, the Baruch Hu. Together and respond. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed Le'olam Va'ed may be seated. We join together, page 152, to listen to what's happening in our innermost selves, connecting ourselves with the oneness of our world, our community, and ourselves. We join together, gathering all the corners of the world together for Shema. Page 154. Ve'avta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha Hayom al levavecha, vishinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha v'veitecha, uvlechtecha v'derech, uvshochbecha uvkumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, Vehayu letotafot bein einecha Uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha Uvisharecha Leman tizkeru Ve'asitem et kol mitzotai Vehitem kadoshim leloechem Ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem, Emet. Page 158. I don't know which Mi Chamocha we're singing, so I feel like I'm at the edge of the sea, waiting to walk through towards redemption, towards that feeling of freedom. So let's join together.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Same melody, Mi Chamocha. Mi Chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi Chamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot osef ele. Nora tehilot osef ele. La anu ve'amru. Last time, ya la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. ונאמר כי פרע אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Amen. I want to invite Eliana Stein and Allison Kerr, two of our treasured educators, to set our intention as we join together for Let There Be Love.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
It has been such a joy this year to see our students on their learning journeys, to hear the story of our ancestors, from Adam and Eve to Abraham to Moses and beyond. None of this would have been possible without the incredible dedication and support of our part-time faculty who are on the ground in the classroom with our students. Their care and attention is unmatched, and we are so grateful to have them as a part of our team. No one can explain the impact that our teachers have had better than our students themselves. So as we hear our junior choir sing words of love, I encourage you to read the notes that come across the screen.
In the coming year, thank you, that's much better. In the coming year, Rabbi Batya Illinois is going to be pursuing a different path. And we didn't want this moment to go by without expressing some words of gratitude. So Batya. This past year, Rabbi Batya came on board at TBE to serve our community in a newly designated role as upper school director. Rabbi Batya has brought her big heart, passion for Jewish life and learning, and lots of compassion and dedication to her work. She helped us redesign the curriculum for 6th and 7th grade, the Midot curriculum that Cantor Josh spoke of earlier. She also helped to develop a new approach to learning about prayer. Prayer in Hebrew is tefillah, and Rabbi Batya named it To Feel Out because it was an opportunity for kids to experience and learn about prayer in a new way. Rabbi Batya took on responsibility for our Hebrew learning program and found the resources that we will need to continue building our program in the coming years. She facilitated high school teens in a Chalabak girls group and much, much more. And as you heard earlier today, you know she has the most beautiful voice. The most important, and we're going to miss Batya a lot, but the most important thing is the gift that she really gives us more than any other is the gift of love that she radiates out into our community and into our world.
Let's join together with our junior choir.
Peace and friendship.
So as they take their seats, if you're able, let's all rise for tefillah.
Adonai, Sifatai Tivta, Ufi Agid, Tehilatecha, Adonai, Sifatai Tivta. Viagid Tehilatecha. Open up our lips so we may praise your name. Open up our hearts so we can feel our pain. Open up our souls to let our love make us whole, and we may praise your name, Adonai, Sifatai Tivta. Viagid Tehilatecha. Adonai, Sifatai Tivta. Viagid Tehilatecha.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei Bneihem, Lema'an Shemo Ve'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah Rav le'Hoshia, Morid hatal, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim ve'rofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, Umidom elach, Melech meimit umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lehachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh, v'shimcha kadosh, u'kdoshim b'chol yom yehalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
We continue independently with our own prayers and reflections. When you're finished, you may be seated.
And our junior choir at this time, we ask to come forward once again. We invite you to continue with the words in your heart, the words on the page. When you're finished, we'll join together with our junior choir on page 180, Words of Oseh Shalom.
We have a little bit of an obstructed view, speaking of Taylor Swift, but if you could join us in the hand motions when they come, it'd be wonderful.
3, 2, 1.
Asher Koach Youth Choir. That was beautiful. And I'm going to pray that those who are in need of a little bigger sense of shalom or wholeness or strength or healing feel that this evening as we lift them up in prayer, whether they are in need of healing of the body, of the spirit, or of the mind. So if you are thinking of someone this Shabbat that you would like to wish a prayer for healing, we invite you to rise and to say their name aloud. We also add the name of Mike Sinnert and those who are mentioned on Zoom. Did we miss anyone else? Let's join together, page 371.
Of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Each week we celebrate our blessings, our God-given moments. Let's start by acknowledging birthdays this evening. Did anyone celebrate a birthday this week? Eileen, your birthday? Mazel tov. Happy birthday. Any other birthdays? Madison, happy birthday. Mazel tov. Anniversaries. I heard about one.
10 years today, and long years today.
Mazel tov to Jason
The microphone
and to
wasn't on,
Elizabeth,
it's okay.
who 10 years ago today stood under the chuppah with me at their wedding. What a wonderful occasion. Any others to celebrate? Yes. Oh, you just wanted to raise your hand. Wonderful. Any other anniversaries to celebrate? A hand back there, someone back there. Yes. Did you lose a tooth? Is it just a great day? It is just a great day.
Ella's having a great
Excellent.
day. We're
Any
good.
other God-given moments to acknowledge? Ella Cohen had a birthday. Happy birthday, Ella. Yes. Wonderful occasions to celebrate. Maybe it was a first. A first. Excellent. So I want to acknowledge there might be one that was mentioned on Zoom. I want to send a special mazel tov to Marcia and Mitch Merkin, who welcomed another grandchild this week, to their daughter, Jess, and daughter-in-law, Tim, and beautiful baby, Alana Raya. Welcome to the world. So mazel tov. Did you have one to add?
Yeah, because Harriet and Mel Warshaw welcomed a
Yes.
new grandson. Matt and Sarah Warshaw had a son, Wells Shy.
Beautiful. Mazel tov. So let us join together in celebration of firsts that were really exciting, birthdays, love, anniversary, and new life.
And we've made it to the very last time our youth choir is going to help lead our prayers.
Oh, awesome.
So youth choir, ready to come on up? Nice fast feet. We're going to start, and you're going to help finish with an amen. You ready? Baruch atah
Thank you, youth choir. You can actually stay up for one moment. We have a very special thing to do, which is to rise together as a community as we count our last Omer that will be counted on Shabbat, because we have been counting from Pesach to Shavuot, and Shavuot will occur before we reach Shabbat.
Nachon.
So,
Thursday
Nachon.
night, please join us as we celebrate our adult bar mitzvah class. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sefirat haomer hayom arba'a v'arba'im yom שהם 6 שבועות ו2 ימים לאור.
today is 44 days, which is 6 weeks and 2 days of the Omer. Ha, ha, ha. We missed you last week. So let's continue as Cantor Josh set us up in the beginning of services. We have experienced an incredible year of learning at Temple Beth Elohim, from Gan Elohim all the way to our adult learning community. And we have some special youth learners who are here to be celebrated. After having completed a beautiful year of learning, we have been journeying through Torah. So we thought it would be quite fitting to stand before the open ark to receive our blessing of learning this year. So you can remain standing. If there are any other learners here tonight who participated in any of our learning programs, come on up to the bima for a blessing. As we open the ark, we'll remain standing. Come close to Torah, guys.
Come on up, everyone.
We've been close to Torah all year. Let's get even closer.
And our educators as well.
Let's see if our educators can circle you and surround you as they have done all year. And I'm going to place my hand on the Torah as we ask for God's blessing. God, source of knowledge, you who are known by many names, as we have learned this year, Creator, Redeemer, Protector, Giver of law and love. Bless all of your students of Torah in our midst. We thank you for their opportunity to learn and grow in our community.
As our students complete a year, we reflect not only all that they've achieved, but on new friends, on the joy of living in Jewish time, and on sharing our lives together. God bless them all with curiosity and joy, and may the lessons they learned make them greet the new day with great joy, and may they feel at home here surrounded by people who love them.
And may they journey from these walls to the bunks of camp, or the waves of the pool or the beach, to visits with family and new adventures, to their happy places of rest and renewal. And may they return to us, ready for another magical year of learning. And let us say,
Amen.
and I'm going to touch and kiss the Torah for all of you, but you're welcome to reach out your hand and take a kiss.
And the cantor is going to lead us as we return to our seats.
We are gifts, and we are blessings. We are history in song. We are hope, and we are healing. We are learning to be strong.
Let's be seated.
We are words and we are stories. We are pictures of the past. We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. The Dor Vador Nagid Kol Lecha. The Dor Vador, we protect this chain. From generation to generation, the Dor Vador, these lips will praise your name. Looking back on the journey that we carry in our hearts, from the shadow of the mountain to the waters that would part. We are blessed and we are holy. We are children of your way. And the words that bring us meaning, we will have the strength to say. Dor vador nagid kol lecha. Dor vador we protect this chain. From generation to generation. Dor vador, these lips will praise your name.
This week, we reach the next stage in our journey through Torah as we turn to the book of Numbers. In Hebrew, this book is called Bamidbar, in the wilderness. The Midbar is that wide open space through which the Israelites will journey as they form, storm, and norm, practicing and learning, sometimes the hard way, what it means to be a nation. The book of Bamidbar is a journey of discovery, of looking back on where we've been, of understanding who we are and uncovering who we can become. And that journey is marked by distinct stages along the way. The Israelites will make camp in one place, and they stay there for a while, living their lives with some memorable moments occurring now and then. And when the time comes, they pack up their belongings and move on to the next place and resume their story there. Each one of these camps, each stage of the journey, is marked on the map of our people's memory. In the final chapters of this book of Bamidbar, every single stop along the way of their 40-year journey is recorded and recited, mentioned along with the major events that took place in each one. It reminds us how important it is that we mark both the big and small moments along our own journeys, just like the one we mark today, as we celebrate another full year of Jewish learning and living for our students. And when we pause to acknowledge that we're moving from one stage of our story to another, we have an opportunity to zoom out, to look at the whole map, the big picture, to see where we've been, to see how we've grown and changed, to review what we have learned, and decide what we will take with us from this chapter as we carry it into the next. Now, in this week's Parsha, the very first in this book of Bamidbar, we learn that there was a special ritual that took place when the Israelites would break camp and move on. The tribe of Levi had a very important job to do, because the Levites were in charge of packing up and moving the Ohel Moed, the portable sanctuary, and all of the sacred objects that were inside of it. Now, they didn't just take everything and throw it into a wagon and go. They didn't just take the big gold menorah and throw it in, and the big heavy copper altar and throw that in, and toss it in with the tablets of the 10 Commandments, with all the pots and the pans and the tent poles, and just hope that it would all make it to the other side. No, of course not. They packed very carefully. Aaron and his sons would go through the Ohel Moed. With their packing lists in hand, they went to each sacred object, one by one, and they wrapped it in layers of beautiful, colorful cloth. The Ark of the Covenant was swaddled in bright blue. The table for the daily offering of bread was wrapped in red, gently packed with its many bowls and ladles and jars and jugs, and that great big copper altar was nestled under a purple cloak. And only after all of these sacred objects were carefully wrapped up in their bright packaging would the Levites come to carry them away before taking apart the rest of the sanctuary, packing it up, marching it to the next destination, and reassembling the whole setup at the next camp, ready to resume the sacred service. Now, why do you think the objects of the sanctuary were wrapped in beautiful, colorful cloth before they were packed? Why colorful cloth? Now, certainly, the cloths would protect these fragile ritual items during travel, but But I also bet that it's a lot harder to lose track of the sacred tongs in transit if they're wrapped in bright yellow. So I think there's a lot we can learn from how the ancient priests prepared to move our people's most sacred and special possessions with such thoughtfulness and care, wrapping them up so that they would be protected and easy to see and remember as they wound their way through the wilderness. And as we move through the many points of our own journeys, from year to year, place to place, from one era in our lives transitioning to the next, it's important for us to mark these transitions as well. And when we do, to take stock of all that has happened, all that we've acquired at this point on our mental maps. We might ask ourselves, what is it that we have learned in this place? What friendships did we form in this time? What memories did we make? What challenges changed us? How have we grown from what we've experienced here? And then we need to make a packing list. As we sort through all the stuff that we've picked up, we take the time to notice what is really important to take with us. The deep lessons, the powerful memories, the strong relationships, the days when we laughed or cried the hardest, the moments when we felt something inside of us change. Those special moments are our sacred objects, and they need to be packed up carefully, wrapped in bright colors so they don't get lost along the journey from this stage to the next. The act of sacred packing is perhaps one of the most important parts of the learning process, whether we're in elementary school or perpetual students in the school we call life. Choosing what is important for us to keep safe in our memories and learning the right colors to wrap it up in so that we can find it when we need it next is what transforms a pile of loose threads into the fabric of our being. It is what changes our learning from being a series of facts into an interconnected story that shapes who we are. And so this Shabbat, as we prepare to break camp from this stage of learning and begin our journey towards the next one, whether it's more learning at camp or a shift to the freedom of summer, whether we are adjusting to a new normal or just finding out what the new day will bring, take the time to make yourself a packing list. Ask, what is important to take with me from this year, this era, this day? What do I want to remember? And then plan how you'll pack it up with you so that it will stay with you. What's the color? What's the image? What's the feeling that you'll wrap it up in so that when you go to look for it again, it'll be there for you, ready and waiting, wherever your journey leads you next. Happy packing, my friends. Shabbat Shalom.
If you're able, please rise for Aleinu, page 586.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד.
So be seated.
ושמו
Mourners Kaddish, if you are a mourner in our midst, we invite you to rise if you're able to recite the names of those individuals you're remembering, meaning you're observing a yahrzeit, the anniversary of the passing of a loved one, or are mourning an immediate family member in the past 30 days, or a parent during the past 11 months. If my colleagues can come around and take a section. I've been asked to read the names of Major Belkin, Roselle Fine, Abe Friedman, Ida Himmel, Jennifer Nessen, Samuel Rosenblatt, and Bessie Sheff. Have we missed anyone? If not, then in support of the mourners in our midst, we can all rise and recite these words as they lead us. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yalmad yivrach ruteh v'yamlich malchuteh. V'chayachon v'yomechon v'chaye d'chol Beit Yisrael. Bagalav izman kariv imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'gudasha b'richu. Leila mincho b'irchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata. Tamiran b'yama v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min Shemaya. V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh v'imru.
Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
What I was saying was that we will have our TGIS dinner next door immediately following services. There's already food on the table for you to start blessings, so go straight over here. We'll skip the oneg.
And I just want to acknowledge the many young members of our community who are here this evening, who were really wonderful in the congregation, because this is not a service that's really meant like Tat Shabbat for small children, but we've learned that the best way to teach prayer to children is for them to actually see adults praying. And so it was a very adult service, and you all behaved beautifully. And now soon we're going to go back in there and eat. But before we do, we say blessings, which is a blessing over the juice and the bread. So will our ed team I was going to call forward, but they're probably with the dinner. So Rabbi Sapphire, if you'll take hold of the wine. While you do, there are many announcements. I'm not going to make them because the hour's late, but I was asked to specifically acknowledge our T-Bell program, or our Lunch and Learn program, moving towards prevention and early treatment of Alzheimer's disease, which is Tuesday. We have a special speaker. There is a talk on lung cancer screening, genealogy, Israel. There are so many things happening in the next week. But the culmination of our learning is on Thursday night, Shavuot, Friday morning, and then in 2 weeks we're going to honor our student rabbi, he will be Rabbi Lesner, who is on Zoom now. Yeah. So now I can say, come, because we've benefited from Ryan these past few years in such a beautiful way, and we want to send them off with a wonderful TBE send-off. So,
And
you
last
ready?
but not least, Jake Winnig, our last member of Tefillah Band, helping support us. Thank you for holding down the team fort while everyone else is away at their shows. Thank you, Jake.
Rabbi, kick it off with a good Baruch, right?
Baruch
atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav
v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehila lemikra kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim kivanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchalta. I guess I'll lift it nice and high. Mekadesh HaShabbat.
You get to take the sip.
L'chaim.
I just noticed your kippah. I love your kippah. Go
Eric Rosen
Celtics.
and I have matching ones.
Got it. All right, let's
bit of
hope the Celtics win
Go
tonight.
Celtics.
Will you uncover the challah for us?
Okay, can I share with Rabbi Harper? Okay, let's lift it up. We'll do it camp style. Okay, here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz te'avo. Okay, we'll complete the mitzvah, but there's a lot of challah outside for everyone else.
Excellent.
Shabbat
And now that
shalom.
they've eaten challah, we can say Shabbat Shalom, good Shabbos, and join outside.
Shabbat Shalom Capri. Come find a spot to sit. We're going to bless and then eat. Shabbat Shalom, friends. We're going to bless and then eat. Shabbat Shalom, friends. Come find a seat. We're going to bless and then we'll eat.